We are live on Twitter feed. The sounds of Sonstar Peterson. That's a cry of a watchman there. Powerful, powerful song and powerful, powerful vibes coming from Sonstar Peterson. Dr. Collins Mwanga, you say speaking positive vibes. Thank you. Sonstar, inspirational, heart lifting. And Jessica chimes in and says so encouraging. I'm telling you, man, it takes somebody from the outside to come in and tell us that we are naked.
The emperor has no clothes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I guess that's all of life. You are born in a place, you grow up, that's the reality, that's what you see, so that's what you kind of acquiesce to. That's how it is. It won't be changed, or maybe there is no need for change. This is just how life is. But I'm sure that, not just sure, I know that there are also voices homegrown in the nation, people I've interacted with in this nation, who carry within them the same type of cry, the same type of positive vibes towards the nation. And I know that the roots of tribalism go back into generations, like generations. It's like asking a mango tree to turn around and be a cherry tree or something like that. But we are human beings. We actually can change our mindsets. We can, I look at computers all the time and I think to myself, my goodness, whoever came up with this idea must have at least looked at how the human brain and the human mind operates. Because the brain is the hardware, the mind is the intangible, it's the software. And the same way you can code and program software, you can do that with your mind. You can change your mindset. You can definitely do that, no doubt about it.
Absolutely. And with a population that's 75% below the age of 35.
Yes, sir.
75%. And again, they are impatient. They are young, they are vibrant, they want change. Now, I call them the microwave generation. Because they want things in 30 seconds.
Yes.
Put it in there, press 30,
yes.
They want results.
Well, Jeff, we have a generation on the planet that does not know a world without an internet. They do not know a world before that. I know a world before that.
You and I.
Yeah, we can appreciate that process and where we are, but we still have that reference point. The interesting thing about the population of Africa right now for me too is the fact that Africa is the second most populous planet second most continent on the planet. Africa possesses 65% of the world's natural resources and raw materials. There was a Chinese businessman right here in Nairobi that spoke to another friend of mine who was a businessman from Cumberland, and that Chinese man said to him, I don't know why Africa is not the world's leading manufacturer on the planet. He says, because over 90% of the raw materials we use in China for manufacturing come from Africa. So the resources are here. The people are here. The minds are here. My message to our leaders today is, it's not all about you. There's another generation on the rise. You're not going to be here forever. What are we going to bequeath to that generation? Just like we're talking about my sons. My sons are making amazing headway in the music business. And by the way, this is the 27th of July, which means that it is Tory Lanez's birthday today.
Exactly.
Young man is turning 26, I believe, today. And so I just want to give him a shout out. May this message make its way through the networks out there and get back to his ears. I just spoke to him last night. He's on tour. He's was in North Carolina because he's promoting his second album called Memories Don't Die. And interestingly enough, every young person I've ever spoken to here in Nairobi knows who Tory is. Everyone, they know him well. And he's not just an R&B singer. He's one of the most amazing rap artists you've ever heard. He's dropping serious bars. But I'm mentioning that to say, look, I have children. I have a responsibility. And one of the things that I've said to them is that success is not the goal in life. Success is not the goal. Success is a platform. And success is a platform from which you can actually now fulfill what your real purpose in life is. When you've been able to attain to that place and people are listening to you, people want to hear from you, now you can actually speak to them, share with them things that can actually be life-changing and positive for them. Because you're not the only one with the gifts. There are other people out there, and what they need is opportunity. They need breakthrough. I don't know, Jeff. For me, I think Kenya is at the brink of something amazing. This is what I am sensing through all of the dark clouds or whatever it is. I believe that Kenya is on the brink of something amazing. And Africa itself. Africa right now has a population of close to 1 billion, and 51% of the African population is under 19 and under. To me, I see a game changer. I see young people coming with different ideas. They're interacting more across tribal lines. They're not allowing themselves to be so bound into that hard line about, you know, you're of this tribe, you're of that color, you're of that persuasion. So I really believe that Africa is on the verge of something revolutionary. But those who have the power, those who are the power brokers, those who are in positions need to now infuse them with that, not just hope, but that light, that thing that sparkles in your eye and say, hey, you may be a diamond in the rough, but you can actually change your generation and your nation for the better.
Absolutely. And I could listen to you all day, Sonstar. I could listen to you all day. And, you know, people need to hear this. People need to hear this. Look, a few years ago, Safaricom came up with this something called M-Pesa.
Yes.
Game changer.
Yes.
Do you know M-Pesa does more business in Kenya alone than Western Union does globally every day?
Hey.
Look at that.
That's amazing.
Game changer.
Exactly. And then Kenyans are creative. I must say this to all you Kenyans listening to me this morning. When I hear you all on Twitter and social media, I just sit there and fall on the floor laughing because I'm serious. Kenyans are creative.
Yes.
They are funny. You know, you, Jeff Koinange, you are a story that has its roots here in Africa, in Kenya.
That's right. That's right.
And you have been international, you are known, and you've come back home. And hey, how many other Jeff Koinanges are there out there? How many other people like you are out there just waiting for the right chance, the right circumstance? And I believe we can provide those things.
Absolutely, you're so right. And everybody has a story to tell.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And they should tell their stories. Because, you know, I keep saying it's the FUBU mentality. For us, by us.
Yes.
They can't come and tell our story for us. That's his story.
Absolutely.
His story.
Absolutely.
It's his story.
Yes.
And, you know, we need people like you to talk to us, man.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Indeed. That's what I do, and every opportunity I get.
Yeah.
You know, my wife and I have been here in Kenya for the past 6 years. We raised up a local ministry called God Nation City. We refer to it as G Nation. And out of that, we have literally seen young people who started off in, whether it is Dandora or Madari or other places, you know, as far as the statistics goes, they're not supposed to make it. Many of them are not supposed to make it. But I've seen that under a positive message, under a message of truth and a principle-based message, anybody can succeed. And now I'm seeing those young people turn around from, I used to say to these guys, I said, listen, kings don't hustle, they just command. Kings don't hustle, they just command, you know. And sounds like the line from a rap song. Okay. Reality is that when you change the mentality, you change your perspective, and by that you can change your outcome. And I'm seeing those same young men, same young women now are actually having an entrepreneurial mindset. They're dreaming. They're hungry. They're saying, hey, we can do it. And they're literally busting out of the model and the mold that was started in the Industrial Revolution that says, go to school, get a good education, and you will get a good job. Yeah. Well, if you're getting such a good education, why is it not preparing you to create jobs for other people? Why do you not have that mindset that you actually can rise up and be the next big corporation on the planet? You don't always have to have the sense of just going to work for somebody else. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Mm-hmm. That is noble, and you can gain experience, but we need to be able to teach people to move beyond that mentality now and find their own path.
Absolutely. We're going to talk a little bit more, Sonstar. This is great stuff, and I'm glad you're coming in to tell us this on a Furahi day. In the meantime, let's take a quick break. Sports news. Wycliffe Orande is here to give us a quick sports update. Take it away.